Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're watching this from. And this is going to be a small talk on when things get worse. So, for for a lot of circumstances and for a lot of situations, we mostly have the concept or the belief that things will get better eventually, which is a logical mindset to have, knowing that, that is the proper mindset to have whenever going through rough times and difficulties. But at times it can be misleading and it can honestly lead to disappointment as well, because despite our best efforts, uh, personally speaking, there are certain times where I have put in the effort and put in the time, and even though I am in like difficult situations and struggles that prevent me from, you know, living or being, at ease, I tend to realize that along with time and despite my efforts, things still tend to get a little bit more worse and they just continue to fall apart altogether. And that's when I realized that sometimes the saying that things will eventually get better doesn't really ring true in a sense, because it doesn't always work that way. At times you're gonna go through countless of struggles, endless of struggles and failures and painstaking situations, which make you question, what's what's the point of all of this? What's happening? What did I do wrong? What did I do to deserve this? And all of those questions that pop into your mind whenever you're going through a difficult time. And it's difficult to go through that. It's perplexing. It's completely overwhelming to experience such a thing. And that is why I'd like to, just say that it's not gonna be a comforting line, because like I said, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And perhaps that maybe because it's part of growth, I would say. So the one the one bright side to this completely dark topic, or completely, negative and pessimistic topic of the talk, is that it all goes back to growing. Now I know at times, it's really it's really overwhelming and it's really, confusing. Why do you have to go through all of that painstaking and horrid situations? Like, none of us deserve to suffer in the ways we do. Maybe we think we do because of the past mistakes, but none of us deserve as much pain and all of the pain and agony that is thrust upon you by life. And no one should wish that upon anybody. I certainly don't, and I would never, because I've experienced some of that myself, and it's really not something to play with, and it's really not something to joke about, because it can really tear a person apart, and it can really alter their life for the worse. And yeah, it's really horrible altogether. But what 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 I wanted to touch on in terms of pertaining it to growth is that people say that we grow in difficult situations. We go through struggles, we grow through pain, we grow through sorrow and failures and so on, because it's a phase where we tend to reflect on ourselves, sometimes in a lens of self-pity, sometimes in a productive lens of, how can I grow from this? What is this trying to teach me? What do I need to learn? What do I need to fix within myself? What do I need to do to improve the things that I can control? That being my behavior, my my perspectives, my mindset, my routines, so on and so forth, etc. And what can I do to better myself? So, of course, we are going to be inevitably experiencing that phase of self pity. It's a given. We can't, like, immediately, jump into the mindset of, okay, what do I need to do to improve? How can I improve myself? What do I need to do to become a better person so that this doesn't happen again? Or what are the steps that I can take to prevent this if it happens again? We can't immediately jump to that because we are in the moment and we're dwelling on the pain and experiencing it for the first time, and we need to feel those emotions before, you know, taking in the steps to heal and to become a whole again and to, get our head straight and then work on ourselves moving forward. But yeah, but what I've realized is that in those situations, it's all about growing. And I know that it's going to get worse. Sometimes it can get worse. Sometimes it could be on a streak. It could be for months. It can be for years. It can be for decades. I I can attest to that as well myself because I have phases where I've been, forced by life, if not by the people around me, it's by life itself that tests me, that push me, that force me to, grow up and to be, better, being better as a person, growing stronger and becoming more wiser to make better decisions that won't lead into the past mistakes that I've made before. And it's just a really overwhelming thought to think about as well because it's really hard to think that way and to have that mindset when you're in that moment of pain and suffering. And that's why when you're in that moment, just focus on one thing, and it's focus on, validating your feelings and acknowledging that you're hurt, acknowledging that you're in pain, acknowledging that this sucks. But after that, focus on trying to improve because at the end of the day, we need to make the most out of the situations that we have, and we need to make the most out of what we're given and what we're dealt with. So yeah, it's a pretty disrupting thought altogether, and it's all about, I guess, just having the right mindset and knowing when to heal, knowing when to acknowledge that you're hurt, knowing when to reflect, and knowing when it's time to, put the feelings aside or harness those feelings rather, in a better term of words, to use that as fuel to help you grow and to help you improve on yourself. So, like I said, the situation that happened won't happen the way it did, like it did in the past. If it ever comes again, at least this time you're ready. The next go around, you'll be able to handle it a little bit better than you did before. And eventually, when you're done learning from this specific phase and when you're done growing from this specific phase and you've eventually grown out of it and really taken to heart what life was trying to teach you in terms of this struggle, heartbreak, pain, regret, you'll be able to move past it and see better days ahead. So yeah, that's all for this talk, guys. I know it's a little bit short, and apologies for the lighting on the camera. I believe it was just a faulty thing with the phone. It automatically adjusts the lighting, so sorry about that. But yeah, hope you guys took something away from this, and yeah, just keep going forward, focus on growth, and despite whatever circumstances that come your way, be it horrible, be it struggles, be it pain, I know that you are strong enough to overcome it. You are strong enough to learn from it and grow from it and become a better person because of it. So, yeah. Anyways, hope you have a great day, guys. Take care.